We are live.
We're live. This is NFTP with Jason, Sean, and
He's not reading the script, so he forgot.
Yeah. I forgot my name. And then I remembered I usually say Jason's name first, and then it just got worse from there. But all in the span of like 1.5 seconds. Yeah, all right, here we are. We're playing Stardew. We're chilling. We're going to chat a little bit if we can manage two things at once. No promises.
Oh, you mean with each other? I mean, if anybody joins the chat, like, we'll definitely.
We'll talk to people.
I'm gonna check the audio while I am just getting set up here.
I'm trying to make sure that I can't find the live stream on YouTube.
Oh, Jason's gonna take care of that.
Yeah, but I want to watch it.
You want to watch yourself play?
Hey, Sean, it takes a couple seconds.
Yeah, I know. Well, if people chat with us, I wanted. Oh, there it is.
There's got to be a better way. Like, we can't be watching our own thing like they do, you know? There has to be like a streamer view where you're watching yourself live. In real time, I mean.
Well, I could probably just log into Studio and like somehow do it at the same time that he's in there, but it's fine.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
No, I'm just watching us do it. And that way, if anyone... Plus, now we have one person watching us in chat.
See you tomorrow, okay?
Oh.
Oh my god, there are so many dandelions. I've gotten like
the Smash Boy
today.
himself. It's Luke. Luke. I can see him in the picture.
That's Uncle Karch and Uncle Sean.
Luke.
And they say hi.
It's the #1 Smash Boy.
Well,
Is there a way I can hide the video and just watch the chat?
This is Stardew Valley.
Oh, I don't know actually.
Pop out chat, yeah. And then I bet I could just exit out.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Bye.
Good night. Okay, I'm glad you did. Good night.
Great.
Sean disappeared.
Did he? Oh, he was messing around trying to look at the chat. He probably like closed out Chrome by mistake.
Oh, this is cool too.
What?
Oh no, I hear you.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Hey everybody, it's just me. Fighting for my life in the mines. Sean will be back momentarily to explain what he did. Oh my gosh, I'm having no fun right now. Final Fantasy 3 all over again. He's back! Don't close that window. Oh.
Just when I got it all set up. Let me add Sean back in.
Oh
Let's
my gosh.
see.
Oh my gosh, I hate these flies so much. I just want to mine some stupid copper, and every time I gotta get rid of this sword. I'm gonna steal the funds after we buy the crops. Assuming I'll spend it. Like,
okay, I got you back, Sean.
all right. Baby,
all right.
I'm back. Baby,
Cool.
he's back. Boom, 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 boom.
All right.
Watch my bass.
It looks like nobody's in the chat, so
Fine. Crimson will be around eventually, maybe.
hopefully.
Oh God!
Do we have anyone watching? Does it say anyone's watching?
No. I mean, it says two concurrent, so if one of those isn't me, I don't know, maybe it's Crimson. We'll see if they're on the chat. Oh, Sean, you're in it too?
Yeah. I have just the chat. I was able to pop it out, so I'm not playing the video at the same time.
That worked.
Don't die. Don't leave the mic. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, that was so close.
Hey, we're going to be featured in next week's Up and Coming. I know you already said that, but we didn't say it on the stream, I don't think.
Best farm ever.
How come my crops are all dead?
Hashtag bro farm life.
I don't know. Are your crops actually all dead?
I don't know. There's nothing around my scarecrow.
Well, it's because it's the end of the season. I harvested all your crops.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm going to check the streaming quality of your gameplay because I didn't really do that. It looks actually really good to me on this phone screen. And then I can see Sean's chat there too. Oh, that's cool. So I didn't realize this. So when people do the public chat thing, it pops up if you have the video full screen, it looks like.
Well, it's got a bunch of rice shoots, so come next spring, My rice will be our ruin.
Nice.
I love that game. I hope that game gets a sequel. I want to play more Sakuna Rice and Ruin.
It should be called More Rice and More Ruin.
It should. Sakuna
That'd
2,
be,
more rice.
that'd be
more ruin.
awesome. Twice the rice, 4 times the ruin.
Twice the rice. All right, I'm gonna buy this wooden blade.
The rice rises.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so who's excited for E3?
I'm excited for E3. I'm so excited for E3.
I feel like I mean, obviously we didn't get to E3 last year, but also I feel like I don't know if it was living in Alaska, and I was almost like I was underway almost every summer, so I think I missed E3 the 2 years before that too, because of Cutter Life.
I've never been one to like watch that kind of thing live. I guess mostly just because it's hard to catch as an adult.
Yeah.
But maybe you guys can get me excited for E3 because the only thing I know really that I've like really looked into, Sony's not going to be there, Microsoft will be, Nintendo will be, and then like a handful of major publishers are going to be there.
Ubisoft and Capcom will be there.
Yeah, I wrote down some EA predictions, mostly BioWare, but then I remembered EA is going to be like at the end of the month, so they won't even be there to predict things about.
Oh, it's because they're going to do their EA Play event thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, what did you predict for BioWare?
It was mostly, really milquetoast stuff. Dragon Quest IV. I thought, like a slightly more out there would be that we would get some kind of Mass Effect announcement, very brief, like okay, we're gonna try this one more time,
a title card type thing.
Yeah, exactly. But that's pretty unlikely. And I feel like there was one more thing, and I don't remember what it was. They don't have my doc up, and I'm not gonna get my doc up.
I like your Mass Effect prediction because with them just putting the trilogy out, I mean, I doubt they have maybe they had the manpower to like start development on something and maybe have just like a teaser trailer sort of thing.
Presumably, I don't know. I think you're right about the manpower because presumably all of their main team manpower is on Dragon Quest IV. We know that's a thing. There's no announcement to make other than more gameplay.
They may have like a small team, basically working on ideas and foundational stuff for the game because I know they've done that in the past. Yeah, hey, the bulk of our crew is on Dragon Age, but we got a small group working on, the next game in the pipeline.
They've got the higher studios. You've got BioWare proper, in Texas or wherever it is, Austin, I think.
Austin,
and then you've got the Montreal one. Not Montreal. Is it Montreal? The one that made Andromeda. They got left holding the bag on just about everything else as well.
Yeah. They're the team throw under the bus.
Lord knows the Anthem Live team is probably not working that hard.
Probably not.
I feel mean.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Candle lamp. I need to put that in my house.
I'm in Pelican Town.
Ooh, that's the name of the town. Oh, hey,
yeah.
I shoot too.
Give it to me.
Oh, I'm in the broken down
Rice is
house.
mine.
What am I supposed to do in this broken down house?
That's where if you walk up, there should be this little panel thing in one of the rooms, like in the middle of the room. If you read that, those are the items that we need to donate to unlock various rewards.
This is in a different language.
Okay, so that's part of the quest. Eventually, so just read that, and then you'll get like a message from the wizard.
Oh.
Tomorrow. And
cool.
You need to go see the wizard in the forest.
Nice. Okay, I'm
sure that made total sense to you.
Go see the wizard in the forest. Makes total sense. And there's little ghost apples in here. Okay, there's 2 tablets.
They're called Junimos.
Oh.
It took me a moment to realize what he was talking about.
I like it. That's exactly what they look like. I was just saying the other day, I was just playing on my Switch and Rachel's next to me, but she couldn't see what I was doing. I was like, well, I'm just apples with arms and legs.
I got 300 gold from Elliot for delivering him a largemouth bass.
Nice.
I could have given him that. I could have put a large bass. Blip, blip, blip. All right. Anyway, back to E3 stuff.
Do you guys remember the? Oh, you know what? We're down to 1 concurrent viewer, so maybe there was a second person in here. I guess they didn't find what.
I'm technically not a viewer because I'm just in the chat.
Oh, okay. I
don't
feel
know if I
like it's
count.
a little bit like a Ouija board when you have this few number of viewers. You're like, chat, speak to me, tell me, what is your name?
Ah, Crimson's here.
Oh, hey, it's Crimson. Okay, cool. What's up, man? You were seeing Karch's video, but you're hearing my game audio.
You're already going to bed?
Oh.
I lost like all my
yeah.
health. I'm just charging up. You don't have to go to bed either. Or 2. And I'll charge up.
I'm talking to this old guy, George. You're not making for a very interesting stream, Karch. You should be the last person that goes to bed.
The stream is... We are the stream. The
No,
game
Crimson's
is just-
here.
It's just
Right.
what? I said that like 2 minutes ago.
No, I'm
He
telling
said that 2
Karch.
seconds.
Oh,
I know. He came for us.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
this stupid game. We cut down all the trees. Where is all our wood?
Jason went on like
They
a
have more wood
wood
than this.
shopping spree last time we played.
So he has all the
Yeah.
wood. I see.
Oh, why is Linus
I-
eat out of the trash cans?
Oh, you got that
He
cutscene, huh?
is a homeless man.
Should I?
I don't think
Does it matter what I
do
say to
whatever you
him?
want. It affects the friendship level. Yes.
Oh man, I want to be mean, but I don't want to be mean.
Remember,
Alright,
this
well,
isn't
what do you
Mass
actually-
Effect.
It is Mass Effect, but farming. It's farming effect.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
All right.
no renegade
E3. E3. Nobody's going to be there but Nintendo, and that's what my list told me when I was writing stuff down. I was like, oh, it's just Nintendo stuff. Hey, an owl statue. What's
yeah.
this?
Yeah, we got that last time. Apparently, there's a small % chance that it just appears in your farm sometimes.
That's like stupid rare.
Apparently, in the most recent update, it became less rare, but it is still quite rare.
Oh, I thought I was a little snowflake. Oh well. Oh no, this rice is gonna go bad.
Yeah, I'm very sad about it.
I feel like I was nice to Linus, but if I ever get the chance, I'm gonna talk crap behind his back.
We just lost Karch.
Yeah, he's.
Hey, you did.
Nope.
I'm right
Now
here.
he's back.
Yeah, but we lost you.
I'm right here.
Your
I
both
didn't do
your
anything.
gameplay and your camera disappeared for about 5 seconds out of it.
And now your
That's so
gameplay is like really choppy.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't do anything. It looks fine to me. Hold on.
One day
I'm
we'll figure this
moving
out.
fine. No, we won't.
We should probably it's a tragedy that Jason's gameplay is not worthy of sharing because he's got the 1 gig and probably would have the steadiest share.
That is correct. That is correct.
See, I can't tell. You know what, Kurt? You're looking pretty good now, actually.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just a
fine.
hiccup.
It's just a hiccup, everybody.
All right. So as I was saying, while I disappeared from existence. All right, it's an hour till bedtime, guys. Come on.
I'm in bed.
All right. Doesn't tell me that, or at least I didn't see it. Anyway, so when I was making my list earlier, what I gathered was that no one's coming to E3 except 2 people, Nintendo and Square Enix, because those were the only people I had predictions or hopes for. Except for I'm still clinging to the fact that Team Cherry is lying about Hollow Knight. Jason, get in bed.
I'm trying. I was talking to Linus, and time doesn't stop, and he wouldn't shut up, and I had to skip the whole cutscene.
Yeah, you're gonna pass out. You're not gonna make it.
Mess up. It's fine.
You're not gonna make it.
I'm gonna make it.
You're
No,
not.
you're not.
Yeah, I.
Boom,
I
did not make it.
How'd you know?
Because at 2 o'clock you're screwed.
2 a.m. is the cutoff.
That's true in real life too.
Pretty much.
There
Anything
is
after
no
that.
the 4s of that life. Ooh, do I want fish for 25% more or resources required to craft crab pots is reduced?
That's like
Ooh,
the easiest
man.
choice ever because no one
Yeah,
cares about crab
Fish,
pots.
fish is 25% more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make us so much money fishing, guys.
I'm gonna do the farming.
Nintendo.
No, foraging.
Do you guys care even at all what they might be bringing to the table?
No.
Not even about Breath of the Wild?
What I would say? What would you want to see the most out of them? Do you
Ooh,
want to see a new Switch or Breath of the Wild 2?
Okay, so the Direct, their E3
Or Metroid Prime
conference,
4?
there will be no hardware. They made it very specific in the tweet about the Direct. I was like, this is software focused. So if the hardware comes, it'll be before the E3. And I think we will see it. I think we will see hardware before E3 so that all the third-party people who might not be part of the Direct, and of course Nintendo during the Direct, can be like, and also on the Switch, whatever they call it. But that's it. I don't have anything else, much to say. And so like I'll just focus on software because I know they're not going to talk about that at E3.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Sometimes Nintendo likes to be tricky.
They do. They all like to lie, but aside from the ones where I need them to lie, I need Hollow Knight to be lying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm gonna assume they're telling the truth.
That's fair. It's just it would be interesting to see them talk about this heavily rumored Switch Pro.
Yeah, as in like it's real.
Yeah, but
no,
they won't do that.
Why not?
Well, you just said they're not going to talk about hardware.
At E3, they're.
You think they're going to do it before that?
Correct. I think that there's a strong possibility that in the week leading up to they go on the 15th, E3 starts on the 12th. So we have the 7th through the 11th for them to be like, hey, we're going to dominate today's news cycle with all of our new cool information about the Switch Pro, and we'll tell you more about the software coming to it and what it's capable of
at E3
on Tuesday the 15th. Yeah, it lines up real well. I'm not saying it's likely, but it lines up real well.
So what software do you think they're going to talk about?
There's no way we don't see more about Breath of the Wild 2. I just think that that's a given.
Okay.
And then I really, really think and hope that we see just like a teaser trailer of Metroid Prime 4.
At this point, you'd think they'd have a little bit more to show than a teaser trailer.
You would, because it was like 2018 when they said they restarted everything, and it's like, okay, it's 2020, but COVID has continued to show us how wrong about everything we are.
Mm-hmm.
To the mines. There was a couple other things. Oh, Fire Emblem. I think there's a really, really good chance that we see something Fire Emblem related. I don't think it'll be a new game. I think it'll be a remake of a SNES title. I think there's a handful of really great ones, especially what is it called? Oh my gosh, I forgot. It's like the famous one. I think it's number 5. Like if you just go in like the order of the mainline entries, I think it's the 5th Fire Emblem game. It was on the Super Nintendo. Never made it over here. It's the first one that introduced pairing people off, them getting married, having a time skip where then you play their kids. That's where that idea came from. And people love that. They love that. Are you gonna buy all the seeds?
Yeah, I've got. How many do we want to get? So I bought some tomatoes, some peppers, and then blueberry is the cash crop for summer. So how many blueberries do we want? Like I was gonna
keep going until it feels right.
Okay, I got a couple questions about Stardew Valley.
All right, everyone's gonna be in charge of 24 blueberries.
Oh boy, you have to show me how, but I'll do it. Okay, first question: how am I supposed to become good enough friends with the hot girls to get into their room if they never come out of their room?
Some of them come out of the room early, some of them don't. You just gotta wait.
Secondly, the bar doesn't open till noon. This town is a bummer.
Yeah, but
you're a bummer
like 2 a.m. So
it is, and you're a bummer because you want to go to the bar at noon.
I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to make friends with people.
People don't go to the bar until like 7-ish.
Listen, I will go to the bar and tell you when people go to the bar. Okay.
Sounds fair.
All right, Karch, I'm putting 6 tomatoes and 24 blueberries in your chest.
Dougie.
You are responsible for them.
What does that mean? Does he have to plant them or eat them? Or
you have to plant them.
Seeds.
Jason, I'm giving you 24 blueberry seeds that better be planted by the end of the day.
Oh boy, you're really rolling the dice.
We really are rolling the dice on that one. I feel like somebody turned up the aggressiveness meter on these monsters.
Huh.
Oh, away fly things.
Okay.
So yeah, Fire Emblem, real strong
remake
chance.
Of Fire Emblem.
Remake or a new game. It's maybe like a brand new entry. And then if it's not that Super Nintendo one, they're gonna bring those GameCube/Wii ones, the Ike ones, because those didn't get enough love because no one played the GameCube and no one played those games on the Wii, even though everyone had a Wii.
Okay.
Hopefully they get touched up. Yeah, a bunch of indies will come to Nintendo Switch that already exist on PC. That's not much of a prediction. It's just how things work.
But
I'm excited to see what they are.
That's just fact.
Exactly. I love those indies that come to Switch that have already existed on other consoles and platforms. Now I'll actually play them. I hope Loop Hero is one of them. And it's a Devolver game. They might have it at their thing.
I wonder what they're gonna. I wonder if Devolver's gonna continue with the whole like.
They already sent a tweet out today.
Okay,
like,
nice.
With that Nina chick, she's sitting at a keyboard at a desk, except there's no monitor in front of it, and she has like this really colorful, like probably a Pride pen for Pride Month, in front of her, and like she's like kind of has like a wistful daydream look on her face.
That's cool. So, just in case Crimson doesn't know, do you want to fill him in on the storyline for the Devolver
I
events?
don't know it, and I can't even begin to describe it.
Not the
Just look-
storyline, just the fact that it
Right.
exists.
There are some really zany skits that Devolver Digital does as a sort of like surreal satire on the gaming industry at large. Just Google Devolver E3 presentations or, skits or shorts or whatever, and you'll see it. I think it started back in 2018. Going for like
That sounds
4
right.
years now. So 18, 19, 20, so maybe even 2017. Someone pointed out, in the Reddit thread on the tweets, like it's starting to get, it's not as funny anymore because they're about to go public apparently. They're about to become those guys.
Nice.
And now, of course, they don't have to become those guys, but they will, because that's what happens when you go public. Happens.
Going public's so bad. That's why we're never gonna go public.
We are never going to go public. You've heard it here first, folks.
Oh, we have nobody now. Even Crimson left us.
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
Oh no.
He showed support. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our Nintendo predictions.
Do you feel like there's going to be any Mario related stuff?
When does Mario Golf come out?
In like a week or two.
So
2, 3.
no, because that's gonna already be out.
They might have a
I really
demo
hope
at
they don't
the
waste time on
treehouse. They'll probably
Then
have
we
a
might
demo.
see gameplay.
Yeah, at the treehouse after
come out?
party
Hold on.
thing. I can't find the farm, so it's gonna be really hard to plant those blueberries.
Open your map.
I did.
June 25th. So yeah, we might see gameplay.
All right. So yeah,
A lot of people some people got impressions earlier today or like yesterday or something. See some gameplay of it, or maybe even play it. I'm not sure. Cave carrot. Do I have a cave carrot?
Oh yeah, I need a cave carrot too for Georgie.
And then the only other thing I would ask you guys: do you think that they're gonna, aside from just Breath of the Wild 2, which sounds likely, I think we could all agree that there's a really good chance that shows up. Do we see more Zelda anniversary stuff?
I don't like. I'm still bummed out. Like I still, I feel like we got what we got, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think we got what we got.
That is a bummer then.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but just that feels like to me what Nintendo's gonna do.
I agree. Unfortunately, but I agree. Out of my
So
chest, Jason.
the only non-Nintendo prediction I
You
had,
take my blueberries?
No, I don't know where. I'm looking for my blueberries. I don't have
they're
anybody.
in the chest next to your house.
Where,
I have
I
2
don't.
chests next to my house.
Oh,
Well,
that's
they're-
why I'm confused.
I see them. All right.
Jason,
24
you
oh my
live in
God.
the tiny house.
I thought I lived in this house.
Nope, that's my house. You live in the stone house.
Okay.
Stone house. We need to put a big sign that says Jason.
I don't have blueberries in here, but hey, there's a TV
There's
in here.
24 blueberry seeds in there.
Oh, that's what those are. Okay.
Why do you lose all critical thinking skills when we get together?
This game is not
Just this
intuitive at all.
All you have a mouse. Just mouse over it. Don't tell me that you don't know how to use your mouse.
No, I do, but like, just
It is intuitive. You mouse over everything and you click on stuff to use it. There's nothing more. It's planting. It's crops. You're a farmer. Farm things.
what am I supposed to sell?
Anyway, somebody was.
Oh, I was gonna
Don't
say.
worry about smelling.
So, oh shoot, oh god, nope, not gonna catch this guy.
Is that 24 blue? That's not 24 blue.
So I think
Yeah.
I'll give you a Microsoft prediction.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
go
Do
for it.
that.
Oh, Crimson chimed in that he's looking for. That's actually a good point. We might get some more footage for the Pokemon games that are supposed to come
doubt
out.
it.
What the first one this fall?
I very much doubt it because
Really?
Pokemon almost always has its own separate thing. Almost always.
Okay.
That'd be
I
cool.
was gonna say, Microsoft. I think we'll get a trailer, another Halo trailer that'll look better than last year's, and people will still give it crap saying it doesn't look good enough. but
Right.
we'll actually get a polished Halo 6 trailer, Halo
Release date?
Infinite trailer. And then the only other thing I'll say, and I'm gonna chunk off Bethesda as its own thing, but I do hope either Fabled or Avowed we get to see some more of at least one of those.
Those were on my list too, of likely candidates. Hellblade too. It'd be really weird if we didn't see any Hellblade stuff.
I just caught a super cucumber. I gotta go through what the things I caught before I throw them in the bin tomorrow and figure out if we need any of them.
Do not need sea cucumber for the whatchamacallit, if that's what you're saying.
Isn't a super cucumber though something?
Either of them. There's a puffer fish you might be thinking of because they're also yellow and spiky.
That's
Mason,
the
you're
puffer
doing
fish
it.
was the one I think that I tried to catch that
Try.
totally wrecked me.
Summer. They show up in summer, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
it is summer. And as
That's
I
right.
recall,
It is. You're right. It's the
they're
first,
They're
and
very hard to catch.
they are hard to catch.
What do you got? What do you got for Square?
I really hope we see some Final Fantasy 16 stuff, but
Yeah, I
they
do
sent
too.
out that tweet. That's to plant stuff together, Jason. Just FYI.
What? I'm trying.
I know. Well, there was all this extra space, and then you made new plots all the way over here.
Oh,
away
well,
from the
see,
beach.
on my computer screen, I literally can't tell what's been planted in.
It is hard to say. Some seeds just do not look easily visible. I don't know why they do that. Square. So yeah, Square sent a tweet out today saying what they would show at their little conference thingy, which I believe is on Sunday. So Ubisoft and somebody else kicks it off. And then Nintendo and Bandai Namco close it out. Bandai Namco probably thinks they got something big. They're probably going to show Elden Ring, which will probably just take the world by storm.
I consistently forget that Bandai Namco is still around. It's just-
Tales of Arise, man, I can't wait to play that. A
What
good
game?
Tales game, Tales of Arise.
Oh.
The Tales
a new
of.
Tales game would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't played a Tales game since Vesperia.
Did you play Vesperia?
Briefly.
Did
it
you
was
like
a
it?
It was a game with gold on the Xbox 360 at one point. Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah.
I didn't beat it, but I enjoyed my time with it. Jason, do you need
Wait.
help planting things?
No, I think
he
I
did
got
know.
it.
Help
Okay.
them water it.
We probably should put down a scarecrow.
Oh,
True.
I'll make one.
yeah, I don't know how to do that. So, hey, sorry, not to interrupt. Quick question. Okay, at the bottom of the screen, you see your inventory, but like I have the backpack, but I only see one row of items. How do I expand?
I can't answer this because I have a controller.
Did you buy the second row?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Either way, it's tab to cycle through. If you haven't bought it though, it won't.
Oh,
be
okay.
there.
Yeah, yeah, I see it. Well, maybe I didn't. I don't know, man. I'm putting stuff. It's somewhere.
I feel like you did. I feel like it was one of the last things we did before we jumped off last time. So yeah, Square. I'm nervous that we're not going to see much, at least at theirs. Intergrade comes out real soon, so I don't see why they'd show too much of it now. Like, why would you waste?
Do you
this
think we get
opportunity?
any news about the sequel to Remake?
I don't, because again, Intergrade's coming out in just a second, and you have 16 potentially like being between now and then, between now and the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, whatever they call that, Part 2. And so, and they just did their Dragon Quest thing, and Dragon Quest deserves its own thing. That's how important Dragon Quest is. And they show the Final Fantasy 16 thing at PlayStation's State of Play. That was when we saw that first trailer. So it's Square likes to give other people's stuff. It's really hard to say what we're going to see at Square. But I hope, my biggest hope for Square, because eventually we get Final Fantasy 16, so if I don't see it, it's not that big a deal. Intergrade will hold me over till Part 2, and I don't think Part 2 is coming out anytime soon, so that's not that big a deal. What I want to see from Square is another remake of a classic, whether that's on the level of Final Fantasy VII or something much smaller, like they're remaking Dragon Quest III in the Octopath style.
Thanks, Jason.
Give me Final Fantasy VI in the Octopath style. Just show us this is what you're going to do. You're going to commit initiatives to like remaking the classics and not those ugly mobile versions.
Okay.
Question for you. Doesn't
that one of the-
Square
Yeah, go ahead.
doesn't Square have a? It's not a sequel to Octopath, but they have some other like game that they showed off at a Nintendo event that looked kind of like
Project
Octopath.
Triangle. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you already? Sorry. Did you already talk
I'm
about
excited
that?
for that.
No, I did. It was on my list, and we might see more, but they already told us that it's not coming till 2022. So it's just I'm not excited to see anything about it because it's still so far away.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
that is playing that
do we
demo.
wanna
That's
buy
a
a
day
chicken?
one buy. Yes, we do want to buy a chicken.
Okay.
Day one purchase
Right.
for me though.
We're gonna need grass.
Got to plant my tomatoes yesterday. And yes, we are gonna need some hay. Or
Yeah, either
grass.
hay or grass. I'll grab
bit
some
of both.
seedlings.
I
Need
got
you to
60
move.
fiber.
Dog. The fiber is not what we need, unfortunately.
I do like the fact now that when you harvest wheat, you get hay out of it too.
Do you?
Yeah. So we could plant some wheat as well. Ah,
It's fun
Marnie.
growing wheat. And wheat growing to be kind of pointless. I don't know what to grow wheat for, except to make beer, I guess. Drinking a beer.
Hey, I found Karch.
Found me.
Woo!
Together forever.
Oh yeah, didn't I mess up the stream by like following you too closely once?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought.
That doesn't sound right.
Hmm.
What should I do?
know.
Someone needs to be in charge of going down the mine and getting us copper and iron so we can upgrade all of our tools.
That sounds like
I've been trying, but I keep getting slaughtered every time I go
Right.
down there because they just won't leave me alone.
Karch is unlucky. Someone else go down the mines.
okay. I'm going
No,
to the
I'm gonna
mines
access-
because
no,
I.
don't send him to the mines.
Why?
That's where
But he
could've
could
gone.
pass through the mines of Moria. His cousin Alan would give him a warm welcome.
Yeah, go down. Go and dig greedily while you're at it, Jason.
Yeah.
Dig greedily.
Yeah, you need to delve
Greedily.
deep and greedily.
Okay. Well,
With-
I don't
with
have my
greed.
shovel. Should probably go get that, huh?
You should have a
There's no
pickaxe.
shovel.
Pickaxe is
There's
the
a-
important one.
There is a shovel. There's a pickaxe and a hoe. And then you need to get your sword first too.
Gotcha. I got a sword. I think what I'm thinking of is that Goof Troop SNES game. Where-
Explain.
you don't know about that game?
I
Are
don't
you
know about
kidding
it in the sense
me?
of, like, what do you? I'm saying, but like you said, I'm thinking of it. In what way are you thinking? Of it?
Oh, there's a shovel, and you have to dig up in these like patches that look kind of like the farms in this game, and you dig up under, and you can find like weapons and gems and stuff that will help you in your quests.
Also, don't come at me with you don't know the Goof Troop game from SNES.
What do you
Mr. doesn't
mean?
play anything anymore. I don't think
Oh.
most people know about that game.
That game was so good. I used to rent it all the time. I think eventually we just bought it. Oh crap!
We're in the mines together. So you break rocks to find the ladders.
I'm foraging.
Digging in the mines and the mines and the mines and the mines. Yeah, that was a
Get my
throwback.
house in the trash.
The trash.
Rachel got a kick out of your Wii Shop.
Oh.
Video. I told her you wrote it.
Oh, you did?
I
Did she
did.
believe you?
I didn't
Okay.
tell her that. I showed it to
I
her
fo- I-
before you said that thing
I
about
found-
plagiarizing it.
I found the thing
I
under
didn't know.
here. Yeah. Shh. Yeah, yeah,
We got
yeah.
told to go. You got either of you ever watched Justified?
I don't know what that is.
I know what it
Awesome.
is, but I did not.
You should. It's really good. Timothy Oliphant is fantastic. I don't want to call it a western because it's certainly not a western. It takes place in Kentucky. But it's really
Just gotta
good.
find a grape, and I will have completed the summer bundle.
Long too. It's got like 6 seasons.
Nice.
It's over. And it finishes right. It's not like a.
I like Timothy Elephant.
He's one of
Justified.
our favorites as a couple.
Wasn't he the bad guy in Die Hard 4?
He is the bad guy in Die Hard 4.
He
He
is.
plays Hitman in the Hitman movie. He plays. Ooh, what is he in most recent? He was.
He's a
main character
Mandalorian,
Sam-
season 2.
He is in an episode of The Mandalorian season 2. He plays a great character. He basically the character he plays in that is a slightly less competent version of his character in Justified,
Nice.
Mm.
I give
who
on
is
that.
a more modern version of the character he plays in Deadwood, which is also amazing.
Oh, I love Deadwood.
Deadwood's so good. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Such a great ending. Oh, Ian. Oh, what's his name? Ian.
McKellen.
No, McKellen is amazing too. Oh, what's his name? He plays the bar owner in Deadwood. Oh, I feel so stupid right now.
It's been too long.
Our battle will be legendary. He plays the tiger guy in. So,
Oh no, there's two of them.
two of us.
Good point.
Anyway, he's a phenomenal actor, and then they give him a really good send off in that movie, I thought.
So what things do you think aren't gonna like what's your long shot for E3 like E3 like I'll give you Ubisoft. I would love it if Ubisoft finally announced another Splinter Cell, especially if
was on my
Michael
list.
Ironsides is back.
It was a remaster, like
Like Chaos Theory.
at minimum a port of the first three,
Okay.
but then or a good remaster of like one of the best ones. So yeah, probably Chaos Theory.
Chaos Theory. That would be fun.
Yeah, I it's one of those things like every year it's like you got to do it now, right? It's got to be this year, right? But maybe not. Maybe not.
It's so strange. I feel like Ubisoft has had a really interesting journey as a publisher because I remember not really liking their games very much, like in their earlier days. I mean, Assassin's Creed was like okay, and then they were kind of like just the Rayman studio, and then they became very beloved over time.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like they just kind of snuck in somehow.
Yeah.
Like, but dude, talk about mediocrity.
Right, and that's
None of
what
their
I'm saying.
games none of their games are.
They've got a
And-
formula that scratches an itch. Whether they're open world checkbox games. It seems to
Of
scratch
course, they
itches for
own
people.
they own the Tom Clancy thing, which just. Ugh.
I do like.
I do not like Ubisoft.
I did enjoy the Division games. Those were good games, and they
Sure.
were
I mean,
different than their
people-
standard fare to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and a lot of people really like Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, a lot of people like all those games. There's a reason there's like one of the big dogs in the
Right, but I see what you're saying.
People
They're
like
not
Far Cry. People like Assassin's Creed. They like.
They're not making high art games.
Not even a little bit though. They're not even
Right.
kind of trying to.
I know, but like I guess they don't have to.
Insulting to me.
Well, I know, but it's like people who I don't know only like high octane action movies.
Like there's better. Like okay, but like there's still.
The Marvel Studios of.
They're not though, because Marvel movies are great. They're the
They
best
are.
of those, and Ubisoft doesn't even do the best at what it does. That's the worst part about Ubisoft, is that there are better versions of all of their games. Ghost of Tsushima, way better than any Assassin's Creed that you've ever played.
Yeah.
Except for the length. If you need it to be 4 times longer, then you got them beat there. Ubisoft, good job. Their monetization practices are, some of the worst.
Yeah.
Outside of like Asian mobile game markets and just yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they do multiplayer really well.
Why?
For
Because you
one,
had fun playing with a friend in Far Cry? Because you have fun with Tyler every week regardless of what you play.
no, that's
Having
not
fun
the
right
only
now,
reason.
You don't even really like start. Okay, tell me.
Well, just okay. For one, the ease of getting into a game is really nice, and it works the same across all their titles. Two,
good.
I think that they do a good job of taking a concept and having you repeat it without getting tired of it easily. So, like the best example, I'm just saying, I love the gameplay loops in their multiplayer games, though, and it's different in Far Cry than it is in what's the other one you just mentioned, The Division. Like, but I don't know. There's something about the way that they structure those that
Division's a loot shooter at the end of the day.
I love the loop of upgrading you know, getting like the RPG upgrades, but then also getting like the weapon upgrades, and then going out and doing like an awesome mission, and then coming back and basically towning, as we used to say in Diablo 2, where you're selling your stuff, you're buying stuff, you're upgrading your stuff, and then you're like, okay, let me go out and do that again, but I'm going to be even better this time. I don't know.
I struggle with their games because eventually they feel kind of samey. Like,
I guess when you're Jason and you often just drop games after the 10-hour mark and that doesn't bother you. Like,
yeah.
I imagine Ubisoft games probably are great because I had fun with Assassin's Creed until I couldn't stand it anymore. Odyssey specifically, the Greek one. It was really fun, but then when the world opened up and I saw what was ahead of me, I was like, ew, no.
And that's fair.
Too much. And like, as someone who, like, you may not agree with my tastes in games, but I value my time, except for the part where I played Final Fantasy III for this bet. Gosh, I hate that game so much. It's going in the trash bin of my ratings. Top 5 worst games of all time, easily. And I guarantee, I really honestly think it's the port. I think this is easily the worst port in existence. That isn't mechanically broken. Like, as far as what they could have done, what they've done with ports before, what they did with ports almost immediately after, because the DS version of Final Fantasy IV is heralded as one of the greatest, like, you know, like, hey, what a great remaster. You know, everybody loves that. And usually people hate when you take things out of the 2D sprites. And I'm on a tangent here. I don't want to get on a tangent,
Yeah.
but I hate
Go to
Final Fantasy III.
also tangent, but go to bed. We're waiting on you.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I just don't like Ubisoft. I don't expect them to bring the heat. Unless they show up with Skull and Bones, because that's like vaporware. That would just be really interesting to see.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a ship sailing game, like basically Sea of Thieves, but not Sea of Thieves, more like the sailing portions of Assassin's Creed 4.
No, that would be cool.
Except they didn't do that, and everyone got really mad because it was going to be like only in the ship, like you weren't going to control anybody. And they were like, "What do you mean I can't get out of my ship? Like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Assassin's Creed 4 without the Assassin's Creed part, but I like the ship sailing stuff." Anyway, it's been one of those things that was announced like literally just like 6 years ago at this point, and every year it's like, "Oh yeah, we restarted development."
Yep.
It's like, what?
Lewis wants me to find his lucky purple shorts.
Same
That
Z's.
was fast.
I only have 1 heart with Marnie, so I can't get them yet.
I just got those in my other game in like fall. There was another thing I was going to bring up. Oh, Capcom. I didn't even think about Capcom until just now. Do you think Capcom's going to do anything? Because they've done a lot already this year, so I'm wondering.
Yeah, on my notes I jotted down, like, they're coming off of Resident Evil 8. Only thing I see is maybe, like, they tease an expansion or, like, the next phase of Monster Hunter Rise. And then they do have that more story-based Monster Hunter game that's supposed to come out.
Monster Hunter Stories, I think is what it's called.
That's all supposed to come out here somewhat soon, so I could see them doing something with that.
It is very soon. Potentially, it's a Switch game, so we might see that at Nintendo. We might see that because as far as I know, Capcom isn't doing a thing. So if they have anything, it'll be on other people's conferences. I wonder. It's been a while since we've seen anything Mega Man related. It's been a while since Street Fighter V came out. It wouldn't be surprising if they finally moved on to Street Fighter 6. And it's like, of all their amazing franchises, it's the one that's doing the worst, ironically.
Yeah.
Despite its reputation and being so beloved. I'm sure we'll get what?
No, sorry, go ahead, because I have a little bit of a bold prediction.
Let's hear it. I wasn't saying much. I was gonna just.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying, speaking of Japanese studios, Konami, they'd have nothing announced as far as I know. Like, no plans to show up at E3.
I was gonna ask if you had.
What if they crash E3 and they say that they hired? No. Well, maybe. So they crash E3 and they announced that they've partnered with Kojima Games and they're gonna do Metal Gear Solid project.
Metal Gear. That's a bold prediction. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we see anything out of Konami, it'll be ports and packages and remasters of things like Silent Hill.
I think a new Castlevania, a new 3D Castlevania game. I could see
we're
being
overdue
pretty cool.
for. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want a 3D Castlevania, but because all the other ones supposedly kind of suck. I mean, let's see. I want a good one. I want a good 3D Castlevania. I don't know who's gonna do it.
The same studio that does Devil May Cry, except for isn't that a Capcom?
Yes, Capcom is Devil May Cry.
Fish is kicking my butt.
Are you in the caves?
No, I was trying to catch
fishing.
a fish and I was struggling.
Oh.
Every day.
I got him. I got him. I got a pike.
I'm gonna go chop some wood.
Like
I'm
a
gonna
man.
buy some grass.
Oh
Do we
boy, Sean's
Sony's
gonna
gonna
buy
do
some
anything
grass.
It's closed on Wednesdays.
You can't move. The
The
owls fast, dude.
dispensaries. The dispensary's closed on Wednesdays. Sean can't get his grass.
I'm gonna virtually stab you. Where my site?
What? Why won't Linus talk to me? I told him he wasn't weird for eating out of the trash. Maybe he
already
thinks.
talked to you?
No, he said sorry. I don't trust you or something like that.
Oh, that's him talking to you. He doesn't trust you yet because you're not friends yet.
I am friends. I told him it wasn't weird that he ate out of the trash.
Okay, and you give him a few more presents, and he might start talking to you more, or he
Oh my
might say nicer
goodness.
things. You can only talk to somebody once or twice a day anyway.
I
It doesn't
can't
matter
remember how to
friendly you are.
give presents. You right click on them, and then
You have to so you use the scroll wheel to get to the item in your bag, and then once
Okay.
you're holding it over your head, then you just talk to them with it.
What do you want
okay,
to call our
okay.
chicken?
Ooh, that's a good question. You can name him first. We'll name the next one.
I'm in a
you want?
creepy bathroom.
Name him Nintendo.
All right.
Somebody already chopped all these trees. You ever go see the wizard, Jason?
No, I don't know. No,
Over.
it never told me to.
I probably did. You probably got a letter that you forgot about from last session.
Mm.
Where is it?
Why I had
There
okay.
it is.
Where is the wizard?
In the forest.
Oh,
So if you open your map with
Yeah.
M,
oh, it's like over where you are right now.
correct. I am in the forest, and he's in a tower off to the left side of the forest.
Okay, and where am I?
I
don't s-
you are. Hold on.
I don't see me on the map.
Oh, do you see anybody on the map?
Yeah, I see you and I see Krillin.
You're in the. Are you in the mines?
No, I'm out by the bath.
No, you're in the
Oh, there I am.
Yeah, just that's like, yeah, just go down. There you go.
'Kay.
You say Krillin?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about Sean.
Hey, that's what his little guy looks
He
like.
bowled. What do you name the chicken,
Nintendo.
Sean? Okay, I didn't know if you took my
Exclamation
question.
mark.
What do you think? I think maybe you already said this, Sean. No, you said what were your big things. What do you think you're definitely not going to see, if anything? Like, is there something that like other people might think is going to be there that you're just like, there's no chance?
Elder Scrolls 6.
Good
Yeah.
one. That's a good one. Okay, good. Bethesda. We didn't talk about Bethesda,
Yeah,
even though
that's
they'll
what I was
be
gonna
there.
next.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Something from Starfield. That'll be their big headliner item.
That would be amazing.
Like a legitimate Starfield
I hope
trailer.
so.
Have we
tired of
seen
hearing about it
anything?
without
we've
hearing
seen
about
like
it.
what, a teaser, and that's it, right?
Yeah. And
A
I'm
title
trying to
card, I
trying to
think,
think
is
of
legit,
their studios what we would see.
Of what studios?
Like, well, from the various Bethesda studios, what
Various. That's
yeah,
what you said.
what we're likely to see. I'm not really sure. What was I gonna do? I was gonna go in the.
It's probably soon for id to be doing something, right?
Yeah.
What about Oh geez, I had it in my head, and now it lost me. So
Big Elder Scrolls Online expansion, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they've
I
been
think I
doing
was
quite a
gonna
few
say
of those.
Fallout 76.
I mean, they're still supporting that quite a bit. I just. Well, that's but. Trying to think.
Oh,
Is that
Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo. That's what I was thinking of. Like, where's that game at? I know
Yeah.
it's a PlayStation exclusive, but
That's a good question because it's gone through a bit of a shakeup, if I'm not mistaken. So, we've seen like a real short sizzle reel of like gameplay, but it
And-
was
and is-
gameplay. So there's
is
that.
Bethesda going to be at the Microsoft event? You
I should
figure?
have bought hay, shouldn't I? Screwed that one up.
I don't remember what they said about that.
It's a joint Microsoft
What?
Bethesda event, I think.
like they might have a very sectioned off version segment, like, and now it's time to talk about Bethesda and everything they're doing during that conference. I had to guess.
Because this will be their first event since their merger got, or not, I shouldn't say merger, but since that acquisition got approved by the whoever.
Yeah, there haven't been any digital or events or other. There's been no events of any kind, I think, since that happened. So that's true.
Because they,
our poor little chicken's gonna starve the first night.
oh no, it's only 5 o'clock. We can't get hay before. But
no, because Marnie.
Just keep the hatch open. I think the little chick will feed on nothing.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, or I might be confusing Harvest Moon.
This wizard's tripping.
Anyway.
This wizard is tripping.
He is.
Oh, the Junimo.
Grass and out. I'm gonna teach you how to talk their language so you can read those plaques.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like.
I love how you remembered that. Like you never remember anything, but you remember Junimo.
No, it was on the screen. I read it. The wizard said it.
Oh, okay. I'm so bummed about God of War.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I am sorry, but we all told you.
I know.
Did you guys have any thoughts on the Horizon Forbidden West, the 14-minute gameplay trailer?
It looked like more Horizon. I didn't need to see that. If that was all they were going to show, I didn't need to see that. I didn't. Aside from like 2 or 3 characters, I didn't find any of the characters in that game compelling. Like I wasn't like, oh yeah, I love that character. I can't wait to see them in the sequel. Aloy's fine. She's not great. She's not terrible.
Yeah.
The supporting cast is kind of weak though. And part of the problem is because you learn a lot about the past in that, and those characters are dead. They're just you're viewing like logs and audio files and stuff, and so there's not a huge attachment to them either. There is a antagonist of sorts, we'll call him, and I won't spoil too much. He's incredibly interesting, and I can't wait to see more of him and what he's up to, because I love the actor, and I love the character that they've given him to work with, and I can't wait to see more. But it was cool seeing that, stop fusing with me. Jason. There we go. Where's Jason? Can't see him. But it looked cool. I like the the electro elephant fight. I love elephants and I love fighting stuff. So, what do you think of it?
It'll be cool. I mean, it definitely looked nice. I'm excited for it. Like the Legolas taking down the elephant combat was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, it looks to me like maybe they've upped the ante on their. I know what you're doing, Jason. I know what you're doing. Up the ante on the melee combat, which I know was a complaint in the previous game.
That looks
so
cool.
That'll be interesting.
Abilities and stuff. Did it make you want to play the original at all?
No more than I already want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get to that game. It's still not very high on my list.
Yeah, there are better games to play. I really liked the time I spent with it, but the better games I play, the more I realize like it just wasn't quite up to snuff. It has a lot of room for improvement, and I'm a little worried that they're just gonna play it safe. Yeah. Although I don't know what an ambitious sequel to Horizon looks like either. Aside from adding things like a little, the little hang glider.
I got a
parachute
paraglider now, so
yeah, and a grappling hook. That's always cool. But that's you gotta wait and really see how well that works in the world. Like if it works fluidly and it does help you feel like you're actually able to navigate vertical surfaces well, or at the very minimum, like that it really enhances combat, then awesome. That's a great addition. If it's just kind of like lip service to a popular mechanic, then it's like that's a negative more than if you hadn't included it at all.
Yeah.
Because you're a AAA publisher, you're a Sony exclusive. The bar is higher for you, and you need to deliver.
Yep.
But I'm excited to be in other locations. That's cool. And obviously different monster types. There was a really good variety in the original, and I hope we see some of those, and I hope we see a lot of new ones too.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, like there was the underwater bit. There was some cool looking creatures that we saw there. That said, it seems like underwater is going to be a mechanic, and thankfully it looks like Aloy has like a rebreather or something. Because I never.
No breathing underwater.
Yeah,
or no
I
holding
hate
breath.
dealing with holding your breath in games. It's just
Dumb.
check it out.
Water's
Check
usually
out.
dumb too.
My first exposure to that ever was,
World 2?
I think, Super Mario. Well, that's a good point. I forgot about that. I guess I didn't really ever think about
What?
that.
What?
Never
About
mind. I don't even know, dude. I am losing my mind. I was gonna say Super Mario
Who are you
64.
talking to?
You. I had this weird moment where I
Did you play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 or 2?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the worst. That little theme it plays when you
Yes.
start suffocating. That's the worst.
Yeah, that was terrible. Mm-hmm.
I guess I forgot about those.
Probably repressed that one.
Violence inherited.
Drink break.
I would love if and it
BRB.
will not talk about things that definitely will not happen, but also no one thinks will also happen. I will not get Titanfall 3, and I probably won't even get Titanfall 2 fixed, so that this ongoing destruction of my favorite FPS ends.
No Xbox Series X version.
I mean they did the enhanced FPSs.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, it's 120 FPS on the series consoles.
Well, that's right. I remember you sent the infographic. That's coming back to me now.
I got 30 summer seeds.
But yeah, everyone's like, I'm on Twitter and I follow a lot of game journalists and pundits and influencers and so, people with connections who know things, have their ear to the ground, and it's wild right now with people like trolling and people not trolling and being drip fed. Next 5 days, well, let's see, the next 9 days are gonna be kind of wacky.
Yeah. Welcome.
Although I really feel like probably only the next 3 or 4 days before people just shut up altogether until E3.
Oh, I forgot.
You don't want to
forgot to buy corn. All right. Well, now we have corn.
Well, corn's a fall thing, right?
It's
I mean, it'll grow
season.
through both.
Yeah.
Level 20.
You find Haley, right? That's bring Haley a cola. Okay. There she is. Perfect.
Here is ice from here. Ice is so loud. Oh, I've talked too much already. My jaw hurts. Ow. I need to go to.
All right. Any other E3 thoughts?
Let me pull up my doc. No, I can't because I'm in the mines. I'll pull up my doc in a second, but I don't think so. I'm just 40 minutes of Nintendo leaves me hopeful. We might see a new IP. And this is always the time. Like, it's hard to guess at new IP that you have no like rumors to go off of, because like, well, yeah, I guess somebody might do that. Someone's going to have a new IP.
Yeah.
Who, what kind? I forgot to mention earlier. Square has that other what is it called? It's like it's the chick, and she gets transported to a different realm where there's like dragons and magic and stuff. She's wearing
Sounds
Converse.
like my kind of game.
It seemed really cool. Really, really like they're gonna take advantage of next gen for sure.
I'm back.
He's back, baby. He's back. How do you feel about God of War being on PS4 as well as PS5?
Oh yeah, I want to hear your thoughts first.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care too much because I didn't get a PS5, so I could be like, yeah, I've got the PS5 games and suck it, PS4 players. But it is a little like, doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I bring up Ratchet as like, well, okay, but why isn't Ratchet on PS4 as well? Except for the fact that they have said that like they couldn't do the things they do without an SSD, which doesn't exist on a PS4. So that must be true because you've got. I mean, it's going to be the first that game that comes out of the three, quote unquote big ones. You got Ratchet, Horizon, which still doesn't have a release date, by the way.
Yeah, and they've said it could get pushed to next year.
Yeah, and then God of War, which is clearly coming way after that. And so all three of those three games, Ratchet's the only one that's a PS5 exclusive, and then the other one came out in 2016. Horizon came out in 2017, but it's not crazy to think that Horizon was mostly developed with the PS4 in mind. Like I kind of assumed as much as well.
Okay, so in that case, that would make sense.
Right. But God of War was a year later, and there's no way they didn't know the PS5 was coming, so it's a very interesting decision for them to because theoretically it doesn't have to be held back, but it will be. And
Right.
that's the only thing that kind of gets into my maybe I'll be I hope I'm wrong, but I doubt it because that's not what I've seen with cross-gen games. It's a better version. It runs smoother. It's the one you're going to want to play if you have the console. Duh.
Yeah.
But how much better could it look? Returnal looks great. Returnal's not the best looking game you've ever seen, but Returnal looks really, really good, and it plays so smooth. Like as many like issues as I did have with that game, which there weren't a lot. I really did enjoy my time with Returnal. Most of it was game design specifically. But for all of those faults that it had, that game was a pleasure to play. Like it was so much fun, and I was never mad at it in any way that wasn't like specifically about the game and the way it was designed. And
Sure.
Will I have that same feeling about God of War 2? Probably not, because I didn't have that feeling about the first one. Then you go back to Herman Holst and other people at Sony be like, what?
Sorry, you didn't have a feeling that God of War, the first one, like looked really, really good, really, really pretty?
Oh, I did. That's what I'm saying. Like I did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel like anything was held back. I wasn't like, why isn't this a lot better? Yeah.
Gotcha.
But then Sony's also like, hey, we believe in generations.
That was what I was gonna say.
Not literally 2 seconds after that was out of their mouth did they like basically prove that wasn't true at all. Like, what are you doing? You can't do that. You can't say that.
It's really frustrating. It's like when the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing is what it feels like a lot of the times there with the way that they communicate things like their stance on generations and backwards compatibility and how much they care about it. Like, I don't know.
Right.
It all makes sense if you translate it through the lens of what it's whatever's going to make us the most money. That's what at the end of the day, that's the only thing it feels like's driving their decisions. But I just wish they had a better way to like communicate it to the fan base.
Agreed. But I don't know. It's a little worrying. Like at some point, I do want them to cut the cord. I want them to experiment limits that the system has, and then the next person can experiment off of what those people found, and so forth and so on. Because I feel I feel like that happened quickly with the PS4. I know there were some people, especially third party, that kept putting out cross-gen stuff for a while, but Sony exclusive specifically, it didn't take them long, if at all, really.
Right.
To go PS4 only.
What was that Insomniac game?
Second.
Yeah, Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
That was not a cross-gen game. That was one of the first exclusives I remember coming out to it.
Yeah, and Bloodborne came out pretty early too, and it was also PS4 exclusive, and it looks like crap now. Like I was trying to boot it up the other day.
Bloodborne or Infamous?
Bloodborne.
I'll also be interested to see if any of your opinions on this stuff changes when you do finally get a 4K like HDR TV.
Maybe.
Probably not, but maybe. I'm just curious to see.
I can tell you when I went from 720 to 4K, it did not change for me.
That baffles me on one hand, and I guess doesn't surprise me on the other. because you intrinsically love the game, so the graphics very much are secondary.
I mean, I'm playing Outward right now. Graphics,
Right.
graphics are not a priority for me.
But that's the thing. Like, why do the graphics have to be good to enjoy the 4K-ness of it, Jason? Can I enjoy Outward on 4K?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like,
The
I mean,
graphics
not that having them both at the same time isn't obviously the best of both.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, it would even enhance what that looked like in terms of, like, for instance, the PS5 has ray tracing. The next gen consoles have ray tracing. That's gonna look better with a wider color gamut and a greater flexibility in lighting zones of the TV itself.
Okay, but see, all the words you're saying, I'm not trying to like trash on the things that you like, because I know you do appreciate these from a very literal standpoint. Like, you're saying things like you would read off a spreadsheet rather than.
No, I've
and what you
seen
would
it, dude.
I know that's, but you can't. But I guess maybe you can't, and not you, but anybody can't express themselves except by that until you make the other person look at it, because that does
Right.
nothing for all those words you just said. I know what they mean. I know that they're improvements and they're good things, but at the same time, like, I can't visualize that. I can't use that as a way to say, yeah, that's great.
Let me paint a picture for you. So, when you are looking at an older TV, they're typically edge lit around the edge, and it's one light, it's one backlight, it's one level of brightness. It's uniform throughout the entire screen, and there's nothing you can do about that. The newer TVs they're backlit, so they're behind the screen, and they have different zones. So if you have like a sun coming through the forest on an older TV, when the sun comes through the forest, the darker spots of the forest that are supposed to be black, they'll have this white haze or this like gray. They don't look black. There's not a lot of contrast between the sun coming through and the blackness of the forest. Okay, different lighting zones, you can tell that zone going through the forest, hey, don't be as bright. And then you get more contrast, and it looks more lifelike, it looks more realistic. With an OLED, every single pixel has its own backlight. So the parts that are black, they literally turn those pixels off. And you get this inky, like jet black, really lifelike picture that you just can't replicate that on anything else. And it makes everything look more lifelike and more realistic. And I don't know. I'm just saying.
I also continue to like.
But how much is
I want my games, like, I don't care if my games are life and realistic, and in some ways I don't want them to be.
Well, it still enhances an art style.
It can, but like, are you really not going to play something because it didn't take advantage of that?
No. I guess what I'm saying is the statements you make, like how Returnal looked versus. I'm just saying, I wonder if any of that will shift for you when you can see a game like The Last of Us on the PS3, and you're like, oh, I remember that looking really good, but then look at them both on like a newer screen and have a game that takes advantage of all those things versus one that couldn't have because it didn't even exist yet, and then see the real improvement. Anyway, whatever.
If I don't have a before and after, unfortunately, I just probably won't see the difference.
That's fair.
Weird, like. Here you go. Here's some water, boy.
So many crops. Somebody needs to upgrade our watering can.
I can upgrade one watering can. Have enough copper, but we don't have a lot of money yet. Till them bloobs.
I should be down there watering. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna go fish.
Arguing about lighting.
Oh, never mind, I guess.
Are you going to the
I'll go
mines?
to the mines. I'll swap back. You go fish. I'll mine today.
Yeah,
No,
I'm going.
I'm not. It's not that I don't want to mine. It's just I can't get very far because I'm weak and tired.
I'm going with you. I got full energy. Going to the mines, baby.
I've got half energy after just watering everything.
Right.
I think this are the mines up by Linus's house. Yeah. Okay. I'm in here
Right
waiting
next to
for.
it. Going to the mines. Dog. Go to the mines.
To the mines. To the mines.
JB
So do we want
liked
to
our
talk about
video.
what we've been playing?
I've been playing this in Final Fantasy 3. I beat Final Fantasy 3. Terrible game.
And then burnt it to the ground.
Burned it to the ground. It's so long. Such a bad port. Such a bad port. I already mentioned it earlier.
How many
It's
hours?
such probably anywhere between like 32 and 35, because it doesn't record when I like die, and then have to like reload the save.
Okay, that's not. I mean, it's. I guess that's about standard for a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it's not too far off, but like it shouldn't have been that long. Like there's just that game, and I'm sure the NES version is better, but there's a lot of design stuff they just clearly didn't touch. Like the base game is still the same. The enemies, for the most part, difference, which I'll talk about here in a second, are the same. That game is the epitome of a padded NES title. Like the way it's like the difference between it and the first two Final Fantasies, like the things that you have to do and the backtracking and the kind of like really obtuse clues and like the brutalness of some of the like the dungeons and how there's like, I mean, none of them had save points yet, but
That's terrible.
like you see like, oh, we need this game to last as long as possible. Let's do these things, and that game just reeks of it. The other thing I hated the most about it is that you can't have as many enemies on screen. It's like 3 or 4 max. I think it's just even 3 max. Whereas in the old ones, you could have like 6 or 8 or 6 to 9. And so they hit harder. They don't really balance the game around that though. And so like you get this strategy of feast or famine. Like you need to kill them or they will kill you, and it's not going to take long either way. And all the boss fights just turn into you have to bring your biggest guns. No time to like load up on buffs. No time to load up on debuffs. We hope you have enough hit points. We hope you're healing every turn, and we hope you're doing nearly max damage because you are going to die otherwise. It's like it's the only strategy, and you can't. There's just really all you can do, and that's really disappointing in a game, especially like 3.
I found the hole, by the way.
And so that's just stupid. Like, and the bosses can go twice in a turn, and that destroys
What?
the turn economy. Yeah, exactly. Some of them go like the final boss had 2 little like pinnacle add-on things that you can kill, so they'll stop attacking. But basically, the boss gets 4 turns in a row, and those are not like they're rough hits, and it's like it's random. So like, even though your healer's in the back row where they take a little less damage, if they smack them both times and they get knocked out, it's like good luck. Can't buy Phoenix Downs. You can only find them.
Oh,
And so if the healer person that you've got set to revive people that do die goes, it's just, or you know, everybody gets turned to stone. Thankfully, in the final dungeon, they put a bunch of ribbons. Which prevent, it's an equipment that prevents status effects of all kinds.
it prevents what?
Status effects. So you can't get turned to stone, you can't get silenced, you
Oh,
can't
okay.
get poisoned, all that stuff. Which the final boss will do to you. But thankfully they actually put 5 of them in there. Oh wait, no, there's 5 you can get in the game total. They put 4 in the final dungeon. You just have to beat a really weak enemy. So thankfully those are there, and I got them all, and I didn't have to. Oh my! If I don't know what I would have done if I had died at that final boss. I had to do literally no joke, about 3 hours worth of gameplay would be lost.
Oh my gosh,
And there's just
that would have been the
nothing
worst.
Yeah, like I would have taken quite a break. I'm gonna take quite a break. Either way, I'm not playing Final Fantasy IV out the gate. I want to wash this out of my mouth. June's gonna be loaded with games that I want to play. So good riddance to one of the worst games I've ever played. But it's all uphill or downhill, whatever terminology you want to use. I'm gonna have a good time.
It's all hill.
It's all hill. No,
Welcome to Never Free to Play. It's all hill.
What have you been playing? I'll go with you, Sean.
So obviously we talked a little bit. I've been streaming Outward for the last 2 weeks. And I like that game. The first week of stream was a little rough because I hadn't played the tutorial, and that game is an esoteric game. Like the tutorial, while it exists, was like, here are the basics. Figure out the rest. But those basics were pretty vital to know. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm kind of venturing out and looking for dungeons, and I'm gonna have to start surviving out in the wild. I actually played a little bit more of Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, cool.
And I played it whilst Mass Effect Legendary Edition was downloading. So I enjoyed that. I got the double jump, and that has like kind of increased the mobility of the game. So it's kind of I'm having more fun with it. I look forward to getting back to it. But the big thing that's eating up a lot of my time right now is Mass Effect. And I'm coming up on the end of Mass Effect 1. I'm not sure if I'm gonna beat it and roll right into 2, or if I'll take a break and play something else for a little while. But yeah, Mass Effect. Yeah, looking back at it, I think I always enjoyed the first one the most. And I mean,
I'm worried it's gonna be the same for me.
Yeah.
Totally forgot I played Mass Effect.
But yeah, and like with the improvements made to the combat, all that, it has just made that game just even more enjoyable. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. I can't. Yeah, I've made it, like it's interesting because I played that game because that came out 2007, and I think I played that as like one of my games where I was like, hey, this is the game I'm going to beat this summer. And so I played it before I was in the military, and so like it's interesting going back and playing that game because obviously Shepard is a part of like the Alliance military, and seeing like I love the codex. Like going through just reading the codex, I wish that the audio played codex would autoplay, and so I could like be like, yeah, just play the codex and let me walk around. But it's fun for me reading that because there's a lot of stuff where you can be like, oh yeah, they based that upon this aspect of military history, or they're kind of referencing military tactics and history that I now know and somewhat understand. I also find it hilarious because, and it's something you see in almost every like in the future military thing where everyone is called sir, male or female, they're all called sir, which is not how the military works. It is.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't think about that.
But it's a great game. You can still tell because, you know, this would have been off of Baldur's Gate 2 and KOTOR would have been the relationships. It is a little annoying to me. Like I got Liara in the ship and then like didn't even like have more than like one conversation with her where she was like, "Are you interested in me?" I was like, I don't know. Like
they don't make you work. They don't make you work for that relationship.
No, it was like immediate, and I was like, I am from a role play perspective not ready to have this conversation. So no, I'm not interested in you. And so I'm out of. I think with Caden, I basically told him like, yeah, if we weren't both military and this wasn't going on, I'd be interested. And so there's a little bit of like, oh, well, one day Shepard would get together, which is going to be kind of funny to play through from a roleplay standpoint with a future decision that I don't want to talk about because Jason hasn't gotten there.
And he never will.
I will, dude. I just
I'm
need
really
some.
play Mass Effect.
Real quick, I also played Mass Effect. I totally forgot. I beat it. Great game. Great game. Way better than I remember. And I jumped right into 2, which was a mistake. Only because
I told you
the
that too.
combat is. What'd you say?
I said I told you that too.
You did?
I said I can't like chain play games in the same thing. Like I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, it's. You said you didn't want to. I didn't want to get burned out. I'm not afraid of getting burnt out because I'm gonna drop this game when the new stuff comes out anyway, and I'll come back to it eventually. But the combat is similar enough, but also different enough to just really throw you for a huge loop. It's like I know how to walk, and then like all of a sudden you have like 3 legs, and you don't know how to walk anymore. Like there's ammo. There's no ammo in the first one.
Too.
Oh, ammo.
There's an entire codex entry that explains why ammo is not a concern in the game.
It's pseudo
it's
ammo.
Heat sinks.
They're
I know.
heat clips. Yeah. But it's for all intents and purposes, it's ammo.
It wasn't a mechanic that existed, and it went out of its way to explain why it wasn't an issue in the first game, and now it's an issue.
And so far, I've had no need for it. Every enemy drops like bukus of it, and I don't know if that's an enhancement for the Legendary Edition, but like now all I have is this dumb reload mechanic instead of a overheat mechanic, and I just prefer the overheat mechanic. Enemies have armor and shield in addition to their health, potentially. And that certain weapons are good against armor or shield. And maybe that was that was probably, if I had to guess, that was probably a hidden stat. I mean, enemies had shields too, but
Yeah,
Like,
but
the effective-
they had some kind of resistance, I'm sure.
Right. The effectiveness of weapons against certain armor and defense types probably existed before, and now it's just more apparent. But it just feels different. I am also coming off of I was an unstoppable force. Like my shotgun would one shot every non-boss enemy by the end.
Did you
And
you
it was
went you went
awesome.
Vanguard too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What did you pick? Because there's there's we get to get your subclass, right?
Yeah, but the prestige class, shock trooper all the way, man.
Yeah, I did too. And now it's like I just like you kick on barrier and there's like, all right, here we go. Just start like run up the enemies. You're like, hi, boom, done. Hi, boom, done.
As long as I don't forget to re-up it, my barrier cooldown ends before the skill ends, and I
Nice.
never run out of it. It's awesome.
awesome.
But like I said, I've beaten that game. It's over.
I love. I don't think I ever used overshot when I played it before, and that little like
Mhm.
boom, and just like, okay, you're dead. Like,
Yeah. I don't know
it's
if I had
the shotgun specific ability.
Carnage, I think it was called.
Is it Carnage?
And I also had never used it until this playthrough, and I was like, oh wow, I was missing out because it's like it's just like a rocket basically.
That
but yeah.
combined with like when I don't want to close and just like, oh, let me do marksman with my pistol, and now I don't like my pistol will never overheat and fires like an assault rifle. It's like this is great.
And not a huge spoiler, but another thing I don't love about the second one is, and I know this is like it's a temporary thing because they come back later, but it's one of those things where all the companions you had in the first game are not your companions in the second game because they've gone off to do different things in the small time skip.
Yeah. Well, you do get Garrus and Tali in the second game.
I thought you got at least a couple of them. I haven't gotten that far yet, so that's good to know.
But yeah, the humans, Rex, Liara.
But I'm looking forward to the new characters.
Did he walk away without going to sleep? Oh no! He walked away without hitting A. Got it.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
But
and
he
like
didn't say
Mass
anything.
Effect 2 has a huge cast of like
Yeah, it
party
already-
members. Like it's much bigger than even Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 ends up being like 7 or something.
Whatchamacallit, Martin Sheen as the elusive man was such a good choice. He plays it so well.
Oh yeah, his voice is so good for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna sit here in the dark. Did you play anything else?
Not really. Like I said, a little bit of Ori, kind of, and I'm having fun with that. If I had like I started playing, I was like, oh man, this is fun, and then Mass Effect finished downloading, and I was like, all right, Mass Effect time. So I may go back and play that as my and then I have been playing Final Fantasy 7.
That's true.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I should probably make sure that my video. Oh no, it goes live tomorrow. My little casting call video.
Oh, I saw it in studio. I was like, I thought I was already there because it was.
So
Yeah,
I'll get the
that
next-
was a really good. This episode was excellent.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I was worried.
No,
It was a lot of dialogue. It was very little play in the game. Like I think we were like
Yeah.
22 minutes in before.
I think you're just gonna find that aside from a couple, like what are the equivalent of dungeons in Final Fantasy VII, there's just a lot of talking.
Yeah.
I am also worried. I'm like, oh, I don't know if she's gonna want to stick around for the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why I did even the female cast members when I did the casting calls. Like, there's gonna be a point here where either she doesn't want to stick around and keep playing, or hey, Katie's out of town this week. But I gotta
Right.
keep recording.
I think if you can keep them to the length you're doing, anybody can do that for an hour a week or whatever. It just might take you a whole year to get through the game, in that regard. But and you don't see you're not doing a bet, so you don't have to worry about using the cheats. You can use the cheats whenever you want.
I can. Like, there's gonna be a definite point here in the interest of making me beating the game easier and not having to worry about it like as much about strategy. Where like I'm gonna hit a point where like, okay, this is grind time. Like there's gonna be off-camera grinding. I'm just gonna turn on limit break and just start tearing through people.
Right.
And level up and get my better limit breaks. So that way when I'm playing, it's a focus on just going through the game, and I'm not having to worry about, hey, am I powerful enough for this? And
Right. Jason,
Yes.
what you been playing, man?
So
we got hot peppers, boys.
I haven't been playing much, but my younger brother Jude did come and visit me last weekend with my dad and my stepmom, and we played a game called Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, it was $13 and it was worth every penny. I recorded some of the gameplay and it's actually pretty funny because the jump scares got me a couple times. So I'm gonna edit that this weekend and I'll have that up next week. But it's a really interesting game. So it's kind of a puzzle game, but it's kind of a horror game, almost like a horror survival game. And the way that it works is you start out and you pick a mission. You're like a ghost hunter. And you're in a van. You can only carry 3 items at a time. You pretty much always need a flashlight, but you have other ghost finding equipment that's at your disposal. Now, the objective of the game is to go in the house and investigate and find enough clues to determine what type of spirit is haunting this house.
Interesting.
So, different clues might include an EMF reading, or it might include, there is a voice recorder. If you hold down the V button, you can talk to the ghost.
That's right. I remember reading about that.
It blew my mind because at first I told my brother, I was like, Jude, you're full of crap. This is an indie game. I paid $13 for it. This ghost can't understand me. This ghost cannot understand me. He's like, dude, it can. He holds down the V button. He's like, he has this little thing. He's like, spirits, are you friendly? And it would be like, heard. And then it would be like, detect hate. and then that's a clue because certain spirits are not friendly. And then there's like a UV light. You can look at ghost handprints. So like if you notice a picture frame got shifted in a room, go get the UV light, come back, see if you see ghost fingerprints because you know that object was touched. If the ghost leaves fingerprints, it might be a banshee, and if it doesn't, it might be a spirit, or it's just stuff like that. And thing is you only get 2 minutes at the beginning of the mission where the ghost can't hunt you. Once the 2 minutes are up, you basically like the ghost can hunt you, so it'll shut off the power box to the house, and it will come try to kill you.
So the horror part kicks in. How long is a typical? I don't know what you call it. A hunt, I guess.
Yeah. So about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. So that's what I captured. I have 2 hunts that Jude and I did. The first one was 12 minutes. The second one was like, I don't know, 18.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool that it goes fast, and it's multiplayer. So like you can play with multiple people, which is super interesting. And it can get scary. It can get spooky. And it supports like that 3D sound. It's we had fun.
What does
doing
it
that.
look like? What's the style? Is it like realistic?
It's first person
realism?
shooter. I would say it's definitely on the realism side, but it does look like an indie game to an extent.
Right. No, I understand it won't be the highest fidelity, but they're trying to create a realistic situation. Yeah, okay. People should look like people. Chairs should look like chairs.
They're going for spooky, like realistic and spooky.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was all the rage, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Maybe a little
Somehow
less.
missed the boat.
It wasn't like, I say all the rage, I mean, like, it wasn't long. It was a good, like, month maybe while people
It basically was like Fall Guys for like a little bit.
It was a stream sensation. It was a good watch on stream. It was a good thing to just pop in and watch someone else play, and friends played it and had fun. But clearly, it doesn't have like. I mean, and that's fine. Games don't have to have year-long legs. That's stupid.
Right.
Like it's rare and not and shouldn't be expected. But yeah, it sounds fun. I wouldn't mind playing it with someone. I'm never gonna play it by myself. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be fun to play by yourself. The only reason we played on one computer because Jude didn't bring his computer. He brought his laptop, and his laptop couldn't run it. So,
Oh, that's a bummer.
and it doesn't take much in terms of resources to run it, but
Yeah,
It's
but
got that-
laptops are just not usually gaming machines.
right,
But
exactly,
it's got that voice feature that probably uses all the processing power.
right, exactly. That was cool, dude. Because you can, even if you're not holding the whatever that thing is called, you can still talk to the ghost in the house and be like, "Ghost, show us a sign," and they might move something, in the room. It's yeah.
Anything else?
We played a couple runs of Fortnite, but unfortunately, we had trouble getting in this. Like, for whatever reason, I could not log myself out of Fortnite on my PS4 or my PC. Like, it would just wouldn't. I was following their instructions. I was doing everything that it says to do, and I just couldn't do it. So I ended up having to use Karch's PlayStation account to play Fortnite, but he's never played Fortnite. So Fortnite has this new thing. It's newer anyway. When you first start playing the game, you will be matched up against bots instead of players. And so we only got to go up against bots. And Jude just destroyed him. Like, it wasn't fun to watch.
That reminds me. Did I have a dream, or was there like some rumor that came out a while back that like about like a Samus Aran skin coming to Fortnite?
No, I think there was a thing.
There were slides in the Apple V Epic thing, and there's a strong possibility we maybe see something like that around E3 time.
I wonder if that's going to be a cross promotion for Metroid Prime 4.
Ooh.
Technically, that was all Epic's mock-up. So for all we know, that could have just been the pitch, you know? Like, there might not have been any movement on Nintendo's side, but who knows? It does exist. There is a Fortnite Samus Aran Metroid theme, like, event, or at least skin costume thing. But that would be cool. It wouldn't get me in, but it'd be cool. Yeah.
Nothing.
Don't do
yeah,
that
it's
if there's no Metroid game on the horizon, though.
agreed.
2D, 3D, remaster. Just give me something. It's been so long, and I never played the what is it? Samus Returns is what they called it. They put it on the 3DS.
The remake of Metroid.
The game 2.
Yeah, of Metroid 2. I think it was called Samus Returns, or
yeah, and that was a Game Boy game.
Oh no, -2 energy. Oh god, I'm gonna die in the mines, guys. What happens if I die?
What level are you on?
You lose a random item.
What level are you on?
I had 26. I don't know. 27.
Just get out of
Come get me.
Just leave. Leave the mines.
I'm trying, but I'm out of energy.
26 or 27?
27.
Are you being attacked?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm out of mines.
All right. I was going down. I'm on 26 right now. I was trying to find the ladder.
Wow, thank you.
You gotta watch that energy, bruh.
Obviously.
See, this is how I like to fish. When I fish,
Should have
playing
done so
solo,
much
the clock
lifting.
stops during the fishing, but the clock doesn't stop in multiplayer. So, like, I can fish all day, but then not feel like I'm extending the day by an extra 20 minutes.
True. Can't fight this guy. All I have is a scythe, too.
I wish I could switch over to Sean's gameplay.
I'm fishing. People like fishing.
Do they?
I
do.
Fishing and
Fish. Blub, blub, blub,
I'm
blub,
going
blub,
to
blub,
go
blub.
talk to Penny so slow.
That's not Penny. That's Robin. Come on.
Oh.
They're all redheads, am I right? Like Pierre here, although he's got brown hair. So. He loved my flower. I'm gonna woo, hate all the men, and then deny them when they're like, "I love you." I'm like, "I don't love you."
I
never did.
Ugh.
Catch a largemouth bass for ya there, Willie. Supposedly, the Willie character is based on Robin Williams.
Oh, interesting.
Just like the design for the most part. And he does. He looks like Robin Williams if he was a dirty fisherman. Drawn poorly.
Drawn poorly. Yeah.
Of all the great aspects this game has, the character portrait art is probably the worst of it. Oh, that was my other big thing. I totally forgot. Concerned Ape announces his next big IP during someone's thing at E3.
Oh. This is going to be interesting because at this point in his life, he literally never has to work again. So this will truly be what, as if Stardew Valley wasn't what he truly wanted to make. Because I think one of you told me his fiance supported him through the development.
During the very, like the 5 or 6 year development process. At some point, he worked on it full time, and so
Yeah.
his partner supported them financially.
So I guess where I'm going with this is, as if this wasn't a passion project, we're going to see the work of this man under zero timeline, zero stress. Oh, maybe not zero stress, but you understand what I'm saying.
Didn't he like start another game and then came back and said, "Nah, I'm just gonna focus on Stardew"?
I know he started something. I didn't think he dropped it though. Maybe he did.
I thought he
That would
dropped
be
it. And
sad.
said, "Nah, I'm just gonna focus on doing more stuff for Stardew."
I could have sworn 1.5 was the end. I thought that was his final big like single player component. I'll have to look it up later. I'll get back to us. I'm the lead correspondent with myself. So
Matter
much
of
copper. Two tunas. That's some good money.
It's nice.
Trash.
I processed a bunch of my geodes today, so a lot of it ended up being actually things that went into the museum. But
I saw that. I was like, boom, boom, boom. I have
got
like
that.
10.
I got the peppers dropped off in the for the summer crop bundle.
Hey guys,
Oh, that
check
too.
this out. This guy is advertising on Facebook, and he only has 8 views. So we're doing pretty good with 1 because we're not paying for Facebook ads.
What camera are you holding that up to? Because it's not the one you're using.
Yeah, I know. This is my camera B or camera 1, camera 2, camera
I
1,
gotcha.
camera 2. Yeah, so camera 2 is my laptop.
But we only see that. If you're
Yeah,
trying to
you
show
guys
us-
only.
He's showing
I
Jimmy.
am showing you. I was showing Sean.
I'm not
this
watching the streamed footage. I'm just in the chat.
Oh, he lost. He lost a viewer. 3 of them.
Was it
Oh my
you?
gosh.
Did you poach
This-
them? Are they coming to ours?
Yeah, I hope so. This guy's name is Scales. His logo looks like he paid $3 for it on Fiverr.
Yeah, you got to pay at least 5 like we did.
And
Okay.
we paid nothing.
haven't done it yet.
And he's got 4 views and he's paying for ads on Facebook. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but
That's a good fishing day.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, let me get you guys on
Our
the
chicken's fully grown and it's laying eggs. and it needs eggs.
Scales,
I
baby.
forgot we had a chicken.
Oh, now I feel like I'm gonna hate follow this guy like I do Alpha Gaming.
You're ridiculous. I love you. Oh, video games, too many to play. I
true.
love them every day. Games, games,
I'm going to turn off the stream if you keep this up.
See how it feels? See
I
how
have
it
the
feels?
off and on button.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's the little red X in my Chrome.
Yeah, well, that's not
You could
actually
you can turn
true.
off the stream, but I'll just keep playing Stardew without
That's
without
true.
your beautiful voice.
I'll still be here. I'll take us offline.
There are too many video games. I can't.
We should probably
Wait.
start looking at getting a silo.
Yeah, it's really cheap too. In fact,
Yeah.
just go buy one right now.
It's like clay. I think is the main thing you need.
Yeah, I've got clay, I've got stone, I've got money. I'm gonna go get one right
I've got wood.
now. Wood. Got fluids. So I got a really deep belly button,
Oh,
Yeah.
and and lint just gets caught in there like you wouldn't believe. You know, like you got a pair of shorts,
yeah.
you reach into the pocket, and there's like this big puck of lint.
Yes.
I get that in my belly button every day.
Me
What-
too.
what
Let's
color?
see who has more lit in their belly button right now. Like right now.
I just emptied it out. I don't have it.
What do you mean
threw it
you
on the floor.
just emptied it out? I
picked
don't
it.
think I think you're lying about this.
Why would you? Why would
Come
you
on.
slander me?
Come
I
on,
don't
let's
have
see.
it. It's
Let's see
gone.
who has more. Come on.
No.
Sean, what was your question?
What color is it?
It's almost
Blue.
always a bluish
Yeah,
black.
blue. Here, I'll show you.
Mine is
I got
blue,
some
but I
out
just
of mine.
because,
Here, look.
yeah,
Look at this, Sean. Look. That's
No.
what color.
I just
It's
want
for the audience
I
at
always
home.
wear blue because the undershirt for my uniform is blue, and then I'm wearing
Uh-huh.
a blue uniform. So
Yeah.
Well, even when I wear a white shirt, it's still blue. Now, today I have a blue shirt on, even though I'm acting like black shirt Jason.
I'm making an executive decision, and I'm buying apples.
Buy apples. I heard
So,
they're worth
I'm
the
buying a
most.
gallon
Wait,
of
hold-
apples.
Hold
For
on.
4,000.
I
But
need
they're
to buy this
1,500.
high-low.
No, I
Buy-
can't afford them. It's fine.
I heard they're coming out with a new phone.
Oh, I need copper bar. Ugh. All right.
If
Film.
you need
Go
copper, I
on.
have some.
I have plenty. I just didn't bring any with me.
I'm in the mines, guys.
Good. Get
You're
ore.
alone.
We
I'm
need
not-
ore.
Got lots of ore. I told you, we got lots of ore. Money. Get money, Jason. All right, you said something about a film coming out.
A film
Yeah.
coming out of
You
my
said
belly
something about a
button.
film coming out. Oh my gosh. I have to go to Clint after this. Don't let me forget.
I won't.
What do you- Oh, there's Penny.
And the Jets?
Clint wants
He
ore.
wants to get like the 20 ore.
I don't have 20 ore though. I have bars. I was saying I had ore. I don't have ore. I have bars. I'm getting tired of talking. It's time to be quiet, Carter.
Stop talking then. It's my turn to talk. I'm taking the stream over.
Oh, you just yell.
My veto.
Yell while you dig in your belly button.
And that's good
I said,
content.
I said I veto.
You veto. Executive decision. President Sean Mivers.
Yes,
as the
he doesn't just veto. He Danny DeVitos. Oh yeah.
So I started blasting.
And so I started blasting. Makes me think. Actually, I got a shotgun today.
Like
In real
you,
life?
Sean, in real life, got a shotgun today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why?
So
Home defense.
Katie's home all the time now. Yeah, it was a little bit different when she was at work, and so and there is some crime issues with like daytime robberies that have happened in the area.
Oh.
And so I wanted to have her to have something.
Is she familiar with the weapon?
She is. Well,
Are we gonna-
so her family, had guns growing up, as opposed to like
Gotcha.
mine, where this is the first gun I've ever owned, and outside of like one other instance, the only time I fired guns was when the military has required it of me.
Right. Same Z's minus the military part. So
But I mean, it's nice. I got one. It's ambidextrous, which is good
Ooh,
because
lefty.
I'm left-handed, and it's hard to find an ambidextrous shotgun. And then it's
know
bullpup.
that there was a thing.
Yeah, because it has to do with like the placement of the safety and whatnot. Can the safety be operated from?
Yeah,
with either
that makes
hand?
sense. Yeah,
And then it's bullpup, which in the grand scheme of things makes it shorter, which is good for her because she's tinier. But yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting. I've never gone through the process, so like I ordered it online, and then it has to get shipped to a licensed firearm seller, and then you have to go through, and they got to do the background check, and you got to pay a fee, and
It's a whole thing.
now it's in a box in my house, and I'll have to either this weekend or next weekend I'll take Katie out, and we'll go to a range and get some time with it.
Have you guys, speaking of buying guns, you guys seen that Always Sunny episode?
Victory.
What?
Go ahead.
That Always Sunny episode where they're like, they do it so well because they're both on opposite sides. They have two groups, and they're both on opposite sides of like guns rights arguments. And so like one group decides they're going to go try to buy a gun, and they're gonna prove to that other group how easy it is to buy a gun. And then the other group decides they're gonna like advocate for, I don't know. Anyway, they end up doing
swap.
dumb things, and they swap opinions. It's hilarious.
No, I've
That's
not seen
funny.
that episode.
It's
I
so
haven't
good.
I watched like the first three seasons straight on like DVD back when it had just come out and Robert had them all, and that was like the latest. And then I just never kept watching.
It's
I loved
good.
it. Every minute of it, I loved it. I just didn't keep up with it.
I remember hanging
gonna
out with
take
my older
this.
brother a few times and watching it and enjoying it. But yeah, you're right. It's like but he had the DVDs and I didn't, and I've never had cable, so
Man, I always knew Craig was way cooler than us. He probably watched the show like way sooner than me.
Craig has always been way cooler than us.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just confirming that.
Is that not the older brother prerogative though?
Well, it's weird because I don't have an older brother and I'm not used to that.
Same. But like, I know it to be true because I'm the cool one in my family.
Yeah, right. Same here.
God, I couldn't be the bigger. I'm such a loser. But I'm the only boy too. So.
Hi, Joe. Oh, I want to be friends with Evelyn here. I want to be in her room.
Boys.
Smash Boys. I'm gonna upload that to TikTok.
Did I accidentally give Haley a birthday present? She went from blue to green.
What in the world am I gonna make for dinner? I don't know, Jody.
No,
You
it's not her
tell me.
birthday.
You tell me,
Really
Jody.
liked that flower.
Oh man,
Tell me,
I-
Jody.
I accidentally dug in Jody's trash right in front of her.
Oh,
Yeah, it says that like
you've lost your chance of ruining that family.
Son of a gun, dude. Oh man.
of all the things that it informs you, it says when people get caught digging through the trash.
Because of Linus. If Linus didn't live
Because of
here,
line-
if Linus didn't live here, no one
people would be more
be
trustworthy, trusting of their trash receptacles.
Exactly.
Don't hate on the homeless.
All right. All right.
Why are you
everybody.
in bed?
Well, because I ran out of energy for the day and I talked to everybody in town. Is that a good
Eat
enough
something
reason?
and then go fishing.
I wanted to eat something in real life. So I'll be right back.
I can't wait to eat something in real life.
But yeah, it's very weird to me that I bought a gun.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure if I
guess I
if I
just-
remain comfortable with it, but
Well, you did it.
I did.
It's done. You got 2 dogs. Fierce dogs. They're not going to stop him.
I don't know. And like talking to the neighbors, like when Hurricane Michael came through in the aftermath of that, apparently like looting and people just like going into houses and breaking in was real bad. So it's just
That sucks. Come back to Oldsmar.
I wish.
So quiet. So quiet.
There is a
and
cutter
boring.
in St.
A
Pete
little
that,
overpriced.
that I'm hoping might be open when I go to transfer in a few years. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Oh, we get to play D&D this weekend.
Yeah, I got to finish up on that tomorrow. Get everything finalized.
Every time you talk about it, you make it sound like you're done with it. But then then the next time we talk about it, you're like, oh, I'm not done yet.
I mean, I'm never really done is part of the problem.
Got it. This window over here. Put this giant painting up over here. Other giant painting in Jason's house. Not putting it in my chest.
Oh, is this
This little guy
rewards
may
from
be
turning in things at the museum?
Correct.
Nice.
Lucky and got them all, apparently. There we go. Jason has a nice piece of art. He's sleeping in his bed like a good little boy. John, you have so many crops. Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to make the money for us.
Got the fishing pond in mind. I haven't used that before. It was a little confusing at first, but I got the hang of it.
Oh yeah, the little. Hey, I got a dinosaur egg.
Oh, cool. Now we have 2. Okay, I can give mine to Gunther
Yeah.
then. We can keep
I'll put it in
yours
the chest
for
when we upgrade the coop.
super duper. Put this in there. I have so much bait. Do I have the good rod yet? Oh, it's just a bamboo pole. Need to upgrade my fishing rod.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Dinosaur eggs. They're kind of useless unless he's done something in the updates. And once you get it, it's fun, and you got this little like crocodile walking around, but they're not worth much. You think they'd be worth more?
Yeah. Well, and it's like they're very. It's not like you get like an egg every day. So even if you do turn it into dino mayonnaise, it's still kind of like, well, yeah, but
Dino.
that's the thing. Like I have found that beside like in general, the starting animal for basically the cow and the chicken are the better option to go because they give you something every day, and once you get them to like high hearts, it turning the milk and the cheese and turning the regular eggs into mayo ends up winning out money wise.
The pig The pigs are the most.
The pig with the truffles.
And the truffle oil is stupid good. And
It
it's
is.
so easy because they don't do it every day and you don't have to milk them. You just pick it up off the ground. I love it.
Yeah,
But
that is true.
they're
You-
ugly. It's the
you get-
ugliest animal in the game.
What
You can
what
eventually
animal?
get The
Pig.
auto harvester, and so all the items just go into one area, like basically a chest, and you can
Ah.
just pick it all up.
Nice. The pig is the ugliest animal in the game, Jason.
Pig is the ugliest animal. Pig is the ugliest animal.
What time is it?
10:30.
10:30.
10:30. Oh, should I call out tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm working from home tomorrow, even though I
come
probably
home every day.
I know.
Skyrim has gone to bed.
Who?
Ugh. Oh man, those blueberry bushes are getting big.
Woo!
We want to cut the stream?
What do you
Kind
mean?
of well, I don't know. You don't want it to be too long, especially.
Oh,
since
that's a
you
good
don't want
point.
You don't want the VOD be like.
Yeah,
I said, you don't want it
yeah.
to be too long.
Okay, yeah.
And we've
Well,
kind of
yeah.
exhausted our topic, so.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Good
Keep playing
point.
for a little bit though.
Okay, well, I love you two lovely NFers, and I love
We'll
you
be back next
too.
week.
Yeah, Wednesday. We're gonna do a Jason
Wednesday.
birthday cast.
Why
And
Wednesday?
yeah, why Wednesday? Because I have the house to myself.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
right.
But remember,
Which,
I don't have to treat you like it's your birthday. Just Karch.
yeah, just Karch does, and Karch also has to treat you like it's your birthday.
What?
Remember, because we're gonna do Sean's birthday makeup stream on the same day as Jason's makeup birthday stream.
I don't remember agreeing to this.
Why would you care? It
Don't
sounds.
want it
I don't know if I want.
Why would you
I don't know
reject our fun?
if I want to waste my birthday stream on
Oh.
Resident Evil.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay,
fair.
fine. That's a good point. Plus, then I wouldn't be treating you like it was your birthday. So,
Because the birthdays would cancel out.
right. So let's not do that. Okay, so Sean will get a makeup birthday stream, but I'm getting a makeup birthday stream next Wednesday. We're gonna start at what time? Do you guys? I can literally I have the house to myself. I could start at any time. Like we could start at freaking 4:30 p.m. Like let's do it and beat the
That would
game.
be fun.
Let's-
And beat the game.
Oh, hey Robin.
You guys, you can. Well, you'd be by yourself. I can't start much earlier than we normally would. So.
Okay. Well, we could talk about that. So anyway, we love you all. We love you two lovely NFers. We love it, everybody. We love everybody. You all have a fantastic week. We will try, but we are never free to play. And we are ending.
because we're playing games.